we're live with picks and bans for Welde Prime versus Concordia eSports Game 1. Alongside me is JD from also Concordia eSports. So we're going to be casting this best of 3 tonight. And already quick bans, Gragas, Fizz, Kalista nearly coming out. But really quick bans actually, and Riven the final ban. All target bans, looks like it. Targeting out Huya Loxer's Fizz from earlier on in the tournament, if everyone remembers him going off.
That and Riven. His Riven is also very scary.
His Riven was pretty devastating to some of the other teams. So Concordia not wanting to deal with that and just getting rid of it. And the first pick Lee Sin is actually interesting. To deny D-Lone Wanderer mostly, but something we really wouldn't expect this early in the draft. Hovering Fiddlesticks right now. I doubt we're going to see Fiddlesticks, even though I do like Fiddling Sticks. How do you feel about Fiddling Sticks, Jordan?
I mean, I miss him. I remember seeing him a lot in Season 3. It was a heavy counter to Katarina, so when Katarina was popular, there was a lot of use for him for mid lane, just using that Fear and Silence to stop her. So with Runic Echo changes, he could be played, but he's still not the best choice necessarily.
I just like spamming dance. That's all Fiddlesticks is good for. But anyways, we won't even see Fiddlesticks. We're going to see Jarvan. Jarvan didn't receive his changes yet, but still slightly better than what he used to be. I'm not sure. Did Jarvan get any changes this patch?
Yes, his change has occurred where his ult now deals damage to all the champions.
Oh, it's the AoE damage, yeah.
That AD Jarvan is going to be scary.
Maybe Kolair has a AD Jarvan mid lane prepared for us tonight. So we're going to see an Ezreal and Janna. We're looking at Jux matches from the bracket stage. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a Janna or an Alistar. Well, we're going to see the Janna and the Ezreal.
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of hoping to see his Alistar again. His Alistar is very strong. Really good team initiator, really good disengager coming out from him in previous games. Really impressed me.
So now, this is me. I'd probably go for Lucian or Kalista if I was Concordia.
Kalista being banned, Lucian is
Yeah. They did play this Soraka Lucian earlier on, and with Kog'Maw being out of the picture, we pretty much are going to see this lane again.
Soraka has her change now too. Now here's an interesting fact about Soraka. With the way her heal works now, that it goes over 4 seconds, is it? If you build Ardent Sensor, that buff stays on for 4 seconds. It keeps renewing.
Really?
Yeah, so if you buff somebody with it, they have the Ardent Sensor assured for 4 seconds, and then the buff continues after for its time that it allows for.
I don't think, the weird thing with Ardent Sensor is it always feels useless.
It does.
No matter, how strong your ADC is, it's, always garbage.
It's literally buying a Wit's End for your king to use, I find. Here's a little bit of magic damage, a little bit of attack speed. Gives me a little bit of AP, but it's not the most cost-effective item. It's still strong, but it's not an item you're going to use that's going to be, oh, here's a huge power spike for their team.
Yeah, so we're going to see a Lissandra pick. This is probably going to be mid lane if we don't see that Fiora locked in, so the Fiora's going to go top lane here, which is a strong matchup now for Poppy since Fiora has seen those nerfs quite repeatedly, and the nerfs to Titanic Hydra and Tiamat overall. And Black Cleaver now going for a standard. Oh, Jesus. I just had a Steam notification. I forgot to turn that off. God bless. God bless people reminding me that I'm still on Steam. Thank you guys.
Was it a don't forget you're on Steam on stream?
No, it was hey, you wanna play Battlefield? No, I'm busy. I'll play Battlefield later. And then we're gonna see a Zillion. Well, I like this composition Concordia. The only issue I have with it is their damage later is a little non-existent aside from Lucian and maybe a bit Zillion if he gets going.
The other thing is are they gonna have then Jarvan go a little bit of AD perhaps, and give the tankiness to Poppy mostly. When Lerner is a hyper tank, and have Jarvan build a little bit of damage, because now his ult is AoE. There's a lot of damage that can come out from his ult if he lands it on a few people.
It'll be interesting to see if he decides to go for the Cinderhawk or the AD enchantment, the Fear or whatever. But I feel like Jarvan in his current state is really hard to play against a lot of this damage, because no matter how tanky you get on Jarvan, you still end up inherently feeling like paper.
Yeah, and for sure. And the other big issue is their whole team has ways of getting out of his pit, except for Janna. So they could all bail ship for Janna. They could leave or die.
5-man ult, Janna just sits in there like, sup guys? Or just pushes Jarvan out of his own ult so nobody could get to him.
It's her new home.
So with the comps locked in, we're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be back for game 1. So stick around, and we'll be right back. And we're back into game 1. Huvi locks, actually, Lee Sin sporting the best Lee Sin skin. Gonna readjust these champions. And And Jordan, are you there or did you die?
I'm on loading screen still.
Are you really on? Wow, alright. Well, alright, just gonna solo cast this level 1. So 5-man spread.
Okay,
5-man spread
I
across
forgot
the
to pay
board.
my internet bill.
Wow. Just gonna have like a kind of hit on the bot side. Just gonna drop a ward in that tri-bush and not much is gonna come out of it. Actually, interestingly enough, Soul's gonna actually try and go ward Jarvan's red buff and see if he can mess with him. A bit of love. I'm getting a bit of love in the chat. I like it. I like it. Keep it up. If you're gonna get that, actually didn't even, strangely enough, didn't even place a ward. It's actually Lee Sin's ward, not Lee Sin, Jarvan's ward. So at least they kind of know where Jarvan's starting now. So typical jungle starts now. You can have both duo lanes taking the bottom camp to get that XP advantage in lane.
Now, with Zillion's passive changes, we know with the XP, if you were in Zillion's spot, where would you be putting your XP? Would you be pulling it on your jungler to keep him ahead of the opposing jungler, or would you be putting it on your character?
If he gets a chance, I think go for the jungle. Just in this case, it might be a bit strange. I think Zillion's passive was originally designed to be like a support kind of passive, where you could get your ADC the quick level 2. But in this case, yeah, I think the best thing is to put on your jungler when he walks up. Both top laners opting for the crouch team quotient. Interestingly enough, I actually saw Marin last night pick up the Doran's Blade in this very same matchup.
How did it work for him? Did he end up trading evenly, or?
He went fairly even in lane. He didn't lose. He didn't get too far behind. Actually, solo killed him. So solo killed the Poppy. But we're not dealing with Marin and Looper in this game, so I doubt we'll see any of that coming out this game. So far, standard game, laning, Poppy throwing shields, which makes no sense, which I never understood when they reworked Poppy. I'm like, why does she throw her shield? She should use her shield, but like, she just throws it at your face.
That's why you don't get the shields before, you get it after, because it rewards you for picking up the shield. You're like, oh shit, I kind of need that.
But like, it still makes no sense. Her like face is bigger than her entire body, so what is her tiny shield good for? Absolutely nothing.
It looks cool.
Like, would the shield even bounce the way it does? It just like kind of just sits there afterwards. Ingang's gonna get aggressive onto this Fiora, actually. Nothing happens of it. Sweet. Tank battles.
The wet noodle fights in the top lane.
Nah, wet shield fight. Just gonna chuck that shield. But I'll give Riot credit for one thing. They made Poppy like more fun to play instead of that weird like old Poppy where you just run up to people and queue them and have like zero counterplay.
She feels a lot more rewarding now, I find.
And also a lot more OP, but
typical release. Make the champion a little bit strong so everyone gets excited.
I find this interesting. Jarvan actually didn't opt to go for the machete and just straight up went for the mana item and 2 longswords, looking to get like a lot of damage early on. So we're gonna see he's probably gonna go for that AD enchant early on. Ooh, Fiora taking a chunk out of Ingang's. Hitting that level 5 first means she has probably 3 points into her parry, which not into her lunge actually, which is gonna hurt a lot. Oh, Ingang smells the dive. Fiora taking turret aggro, going super low. Here's Jarvan. Oh man. Misses the Q. Better turn on to Lee Sin here. Here we go. Is he gonna get the first blood? No. Dashes over the wall. And burns a flash too. Alright. Oh, here we go with the flash. Still alive. Damn, takes him out with the Q finally. And still hovering around.
So what went wrong there for Welde Prime?
I think the dive just took way too long. Fiora really took turret aggro way too soon. She had half HP, took it way too slowly, and just died slowly and painfully. Burnt a lot of flashes too. We're gonna see Ingang teleport up to the top lane, but honestly, I feel like that was a misplay, a really big misplay overall. They burnt a lot of flashes, a lot of summoners, and they never even got the kill off Ingang, so Concordia coming off ahead with that play. My mouse is incredible.
Rip mouse.
I have to spectate this manually, this sucks.
Old school spectate.
Oh, I can't even move the mouse. Alright, sweet spectator bugs. Even auto direct isn't working. So, spacebar isn't working either, so
Fiora getting a little bit of the ult out on Poppy wisely backing off.
yeah, just the thing with Poppy is like when she hits that level 6 for Fiora, and she already has a Bomby Cinder, so there's not much that she could do to trade with her without that Black Cleaver or even Titanic Hydra that she's opting her first overall.
Something that's really funny is I don't know if he's going to utilize it. I've used it before in games against Fioras, and it really pisses them off. If you stand right up against the wall with the last vital, they can't touch it. You're not going to proc that last vital no matter
Rapid
what.
X, dropping the culling here. Oh, Lee Sin's flanking around the back. We're gonna see a gank. Here's a kick. Oh, flashes the Q. Still trading. Lee Sin's exhausted. Rapid X actually gonna get out of here. Well, Soraka healing is OP. We have come to this conclusion many times.
Turns out if you mess with the Grievous Wounds, all the healings become really strong.
Yeah. So, Rapid X survives a gank that he shouldn't have survived.
And he's at full HP again.
And he's at full HP again, so...
Just trying to point out that we saw very quickly, just like you said, Zillion put his experience right onto Jarvan to help him get ahead.
They're gonna be around here bot lane. Oh boy. Are we gonna see another dive? Here we go, here's... Jarvan's just gonna walk up and W. Ooh, forcing the flash out of Edriel. There goes Janna. Janna's not gonna get out of there.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, where Javin's kind of left.
Yeah. He wasn't even level 6, so there's not much he could do to like even push everyone back, so smart dive, acknowledging that Janna isn't level 6 and can't do much about that dive.
Good
wow.
W.
Just denied the Q completely, winning that trade. Well, that was weird, alright. Lysandra just gonna pick up the blue for free. Lee Sin's gonna look to wrap around top lane. I don't know if they can get anything on this. Actually, whoa, the insect coming out. Poppy's gonna get ulted immediately. The grand challenge coming out. She's gonna get dropped. So really nice Lee Sin kick back into Fiora to get that grand challenge down. So really good response. Poppy still didn't ever flash, so not much you can do about that. So really good timing on the flash timers.
Good warding coming out also from Concordia. They have good deep vision into the blue side jungle.
Yeah, Rapid X has taken like quite a bit of minion lead in this bot lane, so playing around him, realizing that he is the one that's ahead right now, and just warding for them so he doesn't get caught out or get dove, which would still be very hard with this Soraka. But that's another thing of Ingang's. We've seen him just not respect the warding and respecting other junglers, so I feel like that gank was merited. He knew his flash was down, so he shouldn't have been that far out without a ward, but all in all, Concordia is still ahead in gold lead. gonna see this Ezreal go Cole, which is something we see a lot more frequently in lane swaps since the AD carry will be just left there to farm. I feel like in a duo lane like this, it doesn't really do much. It's just way too stacking.
Yeah, I know you're personally not a fan of it.
I've had bad experiences with people picking Cole top lane, and here we go. Lucian actually gonna take a bunch of damage. Soraka with the ultimate, gonna whiff the culling completely. Janna getting super low here, just the Soraka healing just immense. Lee Sin can actually miss his Q onto Rapidax, so nothing will come out of that gank finally.
Ingang's really winning the trade there too.
Yeah, Ingang's went pretty hard on Fiora. But Rapidax again getting super aggressive and not being really punished for it with the Soraka pick. Which I feel like it's something you need to ban against ZZ Legendary. He's played it like 3 times during this entire tournament, and every single time it's allowed Rapidax to get as aggressive as he wants and not be punished for it.
To be fair, I think a lot of people expected ride changes to be enough, but with Soraka...
Oh, here we go with the grand challenge again onto Poppy. Gonna get all the procs. Actually, Poppy forced a flash. And nothing actually... Nobody actually died, but meanwhile, bot lane... Oh, no. Jarvan actually waiting for the arcane shift. But still can't do much since he just gets pushed out of his own ultimate.
Impassable train my ass.
Just like, I like how Vayne can just simply tumble over like Jarvan Cataclysm.
No other terrain but his Cataclysm is the most beautiful.
Oh, here we go again. Lee Sin with the kick onto Ingang's. Ingang's gonna get dropped once again.
Yeah, I noticed that Lee Sin was wisely waiting for those moments to Q again. He knows that Ingangs is going to feel pressure to pop out his W, and he just punished him as he said.
Yeah, Ingang still had ult there, so I feel if since he saw that coming, he has a ward in Tribush, so I just feel if he saw that coming, he could have gotten the ult out and pushed Lee Sin back, but good response from Concordia overall, picking up the dragon. Janna cheekily denies Rapidax the recall.
Not quite a lot to go home yet.
Nah. Got the dragon, that's enough. You just can't go home by yourself either. We're gonna see them do the rift.
Lucian really getting that early Essence Reaver.
Yeah, Lucian with a 12-minute Essence Reaver, which is about the timing you want to get that item, but yeah, Ezreal is still stacking that call.
Well, the big thing is that against the poke lane, like with Ezreal, it's still pretty impressive.
With those 2 kills on the top side, we've actually seen Welde Prime take a slight advantage in gold lead, just maybe like 100 gold, but still something overall. I feel like the real breakpoint in this game is going to be around 23 or so minutes. We see Poppy pick out that Iceborne if she decides to go that route.
Really
right
dishing
now,
out the damage.
Yeah, but right now she's getting out-traded completely with the Titanic Hydra being completed for Fiora. And that Baron, semi-Baron buff. Concordia smartly puts their dual lane top lane to pick out that turret. And let's see it get chunked to half. Rapidax just dishing out damage right now with that Essence Reaver. Let's see Jarvan here.
Lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, they have a ward on this, so they know. I think they're just gonna go for a turret. He does have that buff, so he could just auto that turret and do massive damage for it. Sin is coming up here, so we could probably see something in the next minute. Ping onto the
Nice
ward.
tornado.
Fiora's gonna be teleporting. Oh, Ingang's actually canceled the TP. And here we go again. Lee Sin getting super deep. Lissandra's here too. Oof. Poppy gets dropped. Meanwhile, bot lane Jarvan gets dropped. Here we go. Well, the Prime just cleaning up this fight. Double kill actually kill for Lissandra and kill for Fiora. Everyone gets a kill, and kills are on sale today. Lee Sin got one. Ezreal got one. So I feel like the teleport on Colair might have helped out that fight, but yeah.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
We're gonna see Red Team actually take another turret bot lane.
Still not massive gold difference, even with that fight. It's about 3k right now. Nothing, not great, but nothing to be terribly worried about either.
Yeah, just the thing is right now is Inganx is actually getting quite a bit behind this Fiora with all the solo kills going over to her.
Yeah.
While Colaire is still scaling, so.
Fiora has earned 1,400 more gold than
Yeah.
Poppy. So it's quite a big difference actually, considering the lane.
Managed to steal away that blue buff, so at least it's gonna save him for a bit longer. Yeah. They knew the double teleports were a thing and they just completely ignored them. Ingang smartly cancelled one of the teleports, but you still have to know that Lissandra will teleport top lane. And Colaire, with not taking that TP, just can't really do much to respond. He didn't roam fast enough, he was still farming that wave mid lane, which... Oh, here we go, Rapid X with the damage. Doesn't get any crits, but still dealing a ton of damage.
Yeah, RNG's is not very generous for him.
Yeah, Lee Sin actually on that top side. They're gonna look to get this turret again, but Lee Sin's waiting in the wings. Can he get anything done here? Oh, he's in position for a Q.
Position.
Oh boy. Rapid X still alive. The healing is coming out. Poppy coming in with a TP. Can she get anything done here?
Just gotta push him. Good stun.
Get a stun on Lee Sin, just gonna dash over the wall. Jarvan gonna pick up that kill. Fiora over the wall, stunned. Can Colaire do anything here? Can he slow down Pop? Oh, sweet parry. Fiora has to flash over the wall. Jarvan gonna flash straight after.
Right over.
I feel like this is the sad life of Fiora where you just kind of accept your death.
Yeah. See, the problem is for that I noticed that what's good about Jarvan is somebody flashes over the wall. If you're not flashing, you still have that EQ. You have a flash in your kit, kind of, to get over the wall and still pursue them. And they're burning a summoner.
Colaire just helping out in gang suite over there. Just giving him a level, being like, I understand you, buddy.
Good job.
You got camped enough. Here you go, friend.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing a massive CS lead for Rapid X come out. 30 CS, not quite massive, but pretty substantial in that bot lane ADC.
Yeah, what I think is impressive though is Lissandra has over a zillion, and she's been roaming around a lot too.
Yeah, just Lissandra wave clear with her Q, and on the cooldown it is now since the patches way back when they lowered that CDR. Just makes her super strong at clearing out waves. Oh wow, that was actually a lot of damage for Lucidity Boot and Rod of Ages Zillion.
He saw her death and it was quite painful.
Well, he hasn't seen her death quite yet. She hasn't died, so her death hasn't been painful. Maybe she will die later on. But she's the frozen lady, so she could always freeze herself and like not die. Kind of like Walt Disney. Fiora, meanwhile, actually gonna push in this top wave. Can she actually get the turret? Have a fight in the mid lane. Colaire going super low. And not popping that ultimate.
Massive wave up in the top lane.
Yeah, lots of pressure right now in the top lane.
Really hard for a Poppy to clear that kind of wave. Your
Yeah,
Q can only do so much.
Yeah, this is one of the faults in Concordia's composition right now, is they barely have any wave clear.
They have good siege, they have no wave clear.
They have good siege and relatively good teamfight, but they just have no wave clear to clear out these waves. And you see with this Lissandra just queuing the waves into the turret and just getting a massive CS lead just by sheer wave clear. So, oh, here we go with an engage. Jarvan just gonna get absolutely melted by all the damage. You're gonna deny the engage.
Cancel teleport.
Yep. Couldn't really get much off that, so smart decision to cancel that TP. Oh, Gio can actually take a lot of damage. Lee Sin actually gonna go in, gets the exhaust. Lissandra, actually Soraka picking up that kill. Oh, Rapid X is getting super strong. Actually, a re-engage onto Soraka, that was really nice. Oh, Rapid X dies, but gonna get brought back to life.
Can't kill you in the zillion.
He saw her death, it was quite painful actually.
See, that's the good also part about...
Oh, Grand Challenge coming out, gonna parry the bombs, actually.
Good dub.
Can't parry that though, gets stunned into the wall. Ingangs has to flash. Feels like we're playing ARAM right now.
team solo mid. Everyone in the mid lane.
Yeah, everyone's in the mid lane partying. It's something we see in Korea, but for a lot of different reasons, they take the outer turrets and rotate mid. Just this seems like we've had a bloodbath for the last 5 or so minutes, which actually kind of helped out Rapidex. He got another kill out of that. Ezreal getting dangerously low, but Ezreal has been sticking to his own. He's gotten kill, 4 assists, and he has his Iceborne and his Mana Moon.
And his Cole has been cashing.
Yeah. Jarvan steals away that blue buff. Actually, really good for them.
Yeah. Lissandra's another mid laner that, like, Lissandra I kind of find is almost like the Mumu of the mid lane.
The Mumu in the mid lane.
Well, in the sense that she gets kind of punished really hard if she doesn't get her blue buff. It's not so hard now that she has her Rod of Ages, but if you steal first blue buff that really goes to the mid laner early on, it really hurts Lissandra.
Are you saying Lissandra has no friends? Did she kill all her friends?
Well, I mean, she's ice cold.
I still feel like Lissandra can survive without her blue buff. Her passive where she gets a free spell every 7 or so seconds or 10 or so seconds is still really strong on her if you're trying to clear out waves. Yeah, Lissandra's passive just really good on her, and now with the Rod of Ages fully stacked, she won't really have any mana problems going into late game. So the blue buff not being a really big deal, but still nice to deny the CDR reduction on the Q spam.
Now, against a team like, well, the Prime's composition, if you're a Lishan, would you pick up your, would you be still not at your QSS, or would you have picked it up earlier yourself?
Right now I feel like Concordia is slightly well, not really liking in damage, but I still feel like the QSS would be an important thing right now just to deny Lissandra the Frozen Tomb. They're gonna pick up this relatively for free. Concordia doesn't seem to be contesting. Actually, they're gonna turn on to Baron instead.
Forces them out. Fiora's lurking a little bit behind.
Now, Welde Prime knows this. Fiora's gonna come in and try and disrupt, but I don't know if there's much they can do. Poppy's teleporting in.
So is Lissandra.
Fiora almost dead. Lissandra gonna come in and ult herself, but still Baron doing massive damage. There you go. Wanderer gets dropped. Actually gonna get revived by the... Oh my god, Fiora just getting... going super low. Trying to duel Lee Sin. Manages to pick it up. Picks up Fiora too. Wow, that was a really close fight.
Rapid X, really good kiting there on the spells, avoiding a lot of the damage.
Man, he almost died like 3 times and just got like the perfect crits to keep himself alive and drop the enemy carries. Kohler playing that James Bond Zillion. 007. Concordia after that Baron bait gonna pick up this turret for free, so, and 4 kills, so brings themselves 2k gold in the lead. Rapid X to more items.
Soraka just following him. She's really good for helping clear your jungle. She's like the emergency ambulance of the rift.
Yeah.
She comes in Siren Blazing, just gives you, pumps you back full of life, and you're good to go.
Let's see what Rapid X picks here. I think he's gonna try and go for the Infinity Edge. If I like, since all the VODs and games I've watched of Rapid X, that would be a Rapid X thing to do. That he's gonna go for the Infinity Edge. In gangs.
In gangs in trouble.
Oh boy, you weren't supposed to be there, buddy. Goodbye. Oh.
They threw him a surprise party, man.
Yeah, he should have known. He saw nobody on the map, and with Dragon spawning this time, he shouldn't have been there. He should be with his team recalling. Oh, Soraka actually gonna get kicked into the team. Oh, Zillion dropping her ult on her. I don't know if that's what you want to do there. Rapid X picking up another kill. Easy Legendary still alive. Actually gonna get dropped eventually. There you go, Jarvan getting grand challenged by Fiora. Rapid X still alive. Guess crits. Wow, that's
Rapid
just...
X is showing up huge right now.
Oh, Ezreal going in. Can he get more out of this? They're both pretty low. Oh, the great bomb onto Fiora. And Gia just gonna run away from Jarvan. This is his Q, actually. Oh, and Ezreal comes to save his support. Good guy, Ezreal. In Gangs We Trust is back up, so I guess they stopped that dragon for now.
Yeah.
This game is turning into a clown fiesta.
Like the words right out of my mouth.
Ingangs is a designated feeder for this game. So we're gonna have a pause.
Oh man, do you see the
Oh boy, the locket giving me seizures.
Yeah. Reef locket, man?
This is the disco locket.
Gives plus, it gives the armor magicers and gives you like plus 20 funk.
Yeah. So actually the weirdest bug I've seen in the Spectator client is Iceborne Gauntlet looking like a pink ward.
I actually saw the video of that the other day. I was almost in tears, man. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
every time, if everyone doesn't know what we're talking about, in Korea, actually, I'm pretty sure it was Kramer who picked up an Iceborne Gauntlet for Sejantis, and the Iceborne Gauntlet still looked as it was a pink ward. So every time he shot out a Q, the pink ward would refresh. So it looked really funny and just confused the heck out of the casters.
And perhaps a new item leak. Yeah, that'd be a finally useful, like trinket upgrade.
The slowing
Slow
pink.
the area.
Yeah, the slowing pink ward, just drop it there, and everyone who auto attacks it gets slowed for like.
Good luck getting to us, Evelyn. We see you, and you can't reach us.
So, players are ready. I'm pausing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're back with Ezreal farming.
Farm Simulator 2050.
Ezreal is actually the big winner in that last fight. Picked up 3 kills for himself, so inching his way closer to Rapid X, but Rapid X is just taking a massive CS lead now.
Yeah. Looking at the gold differences between the, we have 10,955 gold as of right now on Ezreal, and we have 12,687 as of right now on Lucian. So quite a big gold difference.
The only thing that I'd like from the Ezreal is in this late game with Poppy and Jarvan, the kiting is actually going to be really strong as they look to start off this dragon, excuse me. They're going to bomb the Scuttle Crab.
The Scuttle Bug.
Ezreal, True Shot Barrage coming onto Dragon, 2k HP. Are we going to see a Smite War for it? Actually, we're just going to see a fight. Rapid X dropping the Cullen. Poppy actually punched 3 people out of the fight.
Wanting to,
oh, he's actually going to get revived. Jason actually picks up the dragon in that. We're going to see a re-engage from Lissandra. Great flash from Ingangs. Still fighting is still going on. The Clown Fiesta just keeps
Rapid
going.
X just kiting the enemy. That's their
He
big
just
issue.
does so much damage. The crits. Oh my god.
He's gonna dash back in, right?
Jason actually gets denied his Q. Oh, Ezreal trying to find a kill in the backline. I feel like they know.
Close to it, yeah.
I feel like they know Fiora. Sorry, they found her. Oh, Kohler actually gonna slow Fiora. Taken out by Ezreal.
Fiora's
Run, Kohler, run. Ezreal can try and see if he can flash over the wall.
Yeah, it's very hard to catch up to that Zillion once he starts getting that W going.
I mean, he has 600 movement speed right now. You're not really gonna catch that with a flash. Oh, misses a snipe too. Knows where he is. He's gonna chase him.
I always find it funny when people get ulted at and the ult misses, but they stop the recall to be like, did that just happen?
Yeah, just in case.
You never know if there's gonna be a second Ezreal ult, like the aftershocks.
So, 51,000 to 50,000. Really close game so far. Kohler doing his best support impression. 0013. He's surpassed James Bond. One more and he's 2 James Bonds.
That's a lot of value. So I have a question for you. I see Ezreal picked up Blade of the Ruined King. Would a Bloodthirster maybe been a better choice for a little bit more sustain in the fights, or do you think he's okay with getting away with the Bork?
I like the Blade of the Rune King here. Poppy is kind of stacking health for the moment. She really doesn't really have much armor, aside from the Gauntlet and Sunfire. So I feel, especially versus Jarvan, who's just pure stacking health at this point, and damage, that Blade of the Rune King is fine. If she wants to get in and duel that Lucian, that it's a good choice.
I see she also picked up a QSS. She felt really bullied by all the ults and stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Hopefully Rapid X will learn from that and take QSS, but for now he just really doesn't need it. Poppy gonna QSS super early. This maybe might have been a misclick. Usually you'd want to use that QSS. The QSS the grand challenge.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a bunch of harass.
The thing is that, especially, is that she could go in, hit you, and run away before the Fury even gets 2 hits on her.
Once again, we're seeing this wave clear just coming into full on effect. Concordia's having a hard time clearing out these waves, aside from Rapid X, who's just a monster right now.
So for Concordia right now, you could say Rapid X is their win condition.
Rapid X is their win condition. Actually, this Baron is looking to be their next win condition. Well, the Prime doesn't know this happening, but they should have an idea.
They did have a pink down that they cleared.
Lissandra is on her way. Baron actually gonna get super low, gonna get smited. Lissandra actually gonna Zanya's in the poor Lissandra. Doesn't even get to say Entomb, she says Entomb and just dies. So actually really big Baron pickup. They realized the players were bot lane and there wasn't much to TP to after that pink ward got cleared out. So Concordia wisely picks up the Baron. Rapid X looking to get more aggressive. Just
asserting his dominance almost.
Just get the turret right, don't need to dash.
Intimidation tactics, man.
Quatex can get bombed and not losing much. He has that Janelle shield. Here we go, the turret dropping so quickly. Jarvan going in, actually gonna get the Cataclysm onto 3 people. The double bomb stuns up 2 people. Fiora goes down, Janna goes down, Lee Sin is about to go down. Rapid X flashes forward, gets the crits onto Ezreal. Quadra kill coming out. My god, this man is fed.
Lissandra's up.
I give you Penta, come. Good guy Lissandra actually stuns up Rapid X, deletes him. Scumbag Lissandra. Rapid X typing I knew it in chat lane.
Yourself, Lucian. You only played yourself.
His teammate is looking to avenge him. GG.
Very good first game.
Just love the Lissandra BM. They said look out for the BM in game, and we apologize in advance for the BM, but
there it was.
There it was. So Concordia gonna pick up a game 1 after that really smart Baron call. So we're gonna move into game 2. So we'll see you guys right after the break, and stay tuned for more great League of Legends action.